We're here at the softball complex. We've got Coach Ashliegh McLean, the head coach of the University of West Florida softball team. Season is almost here. It sneaks up. I mean, January starts, new year, right? And then all of a sudden it's like time to play.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Yeah, we're so excited. You know, even with the hiccup last week with the snow, our girls started panicking a little bit like, oh, we lost so many days. But ultimately, I just had to reassure them, like, they are ready. Even though we still have a couple more days of practice, they are officially ready to hit the field.
It's ominous to have that much snow. You know, 8 inches out here on the field. It's all melted away now. You guys will have the season start with a home date with Barry coming in. You always play in the Gulf Shores tournament, which brings some of the best teams in the country around. We've talked about it before. Great way to test yourself and kind of find out where you are before GSC play starts.
Yes, we do have a really tough schedule the first 2 weekends, but especially this first weekend we open up with a lot of regional teams, and we're really fortunate to have a home opener against Barry, so we're excited to host them here.
36 wins last year, 22 in the conference. Didn't make the NCAAs, which I know is always the goal. Like, let's get there and give ourselves a chance to make it to the World Series. You got some talent coming back. We talked with some of the players, and we'll hear from Hannah later. Some new faces coming in. How do you like the mix of this team?
Honestly, it's a really special team. You know, I was talking to some of our alumni, and I told them, one of our girls from the 2019 team that went to the World Series came back, and she was like, you know, Coach, like, what do you see? And I was like, they remind me a lot of that team. And we have a lot of young kids that will be starting for us, but with a really good mix of leadership in our upperclassmen.
Pitching drives everything all the time. You've struggled to kind of have as many arms, I know, as you wanted to have. Full staff this time around, and how does that change the dynamic?
We do have a full staff. We have 5 arms this year, and we got 2 transfers over the summer break. So we're super excited for that, and just to learn from each other throughout these first 2 weekends to see what mix is going to work for us. But they're all looking really, really strong.
We saw the ball flying out here and everywhere last year, record home runs. Offensively, is that still part of the mix, or did things change a little bit with some new talent in?
I think we actually added some more bigger sticks, right? But we actually added a lot more speed to our lineup. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like over the weekend.
This Gulf South Conference schedule, you guys, other coaches think pretty highly of your group, picked to be up near the top. It's a grind, year in and year out. What do you expect from the rest of the conference this year? I
mean, it's always gritty, right? It's the GSC, and that's what we are very proud to be part of the Gulf South, because it's one of the top conferences in the country. So, you know, it's funny when we talk to other people, we never have a weekend off in our conference because it's always playing usually a top 25 team in the nation. So we're excited. We know we're going to have a lot of good competition every weekend, and we can't wait to see where it takes us.
People, the fans will know Hannah, they'll know Aaron, they'll know, a few of the other names. Who are the new ones to look out for?
A couple of ours is Nicole. She's a freshman pitcher, big hitter for us, and then Kendall's going to be our starting shortstop as a freshman, so we're super excited for that.
New faces around the thing. We talked to Hannah and got her perspective on the season starting here. The season's here, sneaks up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you guys are ready to play at the end of the week. Kind of how's the prep been leading into the spring?
It's been a lot of hard work. I mean, there's been months going into this. We've all been working hard. We get out here every day. Our goal is to be the hardest working team, not only in the GSC, but in the country. So we definitely come out here and we put in the hours.
You've got some experience yourself and some others coming back, some new faces that'll be mixed in. Obviously, the rest of the conference thinks pretty highly of this group and puts you up near the top in the standings. What are the expectations for this team?
I mean, we only have one expectation, and it's to win. So win the GSC, win a national championship, that's our goal. So we're just going to keep coming every day to strive for that.
You've been around it a couple times, through the grind a little bit. GSC is always tough. What does this team, this year's version, do well, and what are the things that you're still trying to figure out?
One thing that's changed based on last year is we've got a pitching staff now. Last year, it was just me and a senior, and this year we've got a full staff that's ready to come out and show. And the same, our hitting. We're always going to be strong at bat, and we're just going to stay consistent with that.
You mentioned that pitching staff. How does that kind of change the dynamic when you have more arms and more ability?
It's a completely different ball game. Being able to have somebody to lean on, especially as a pitcher myself, being able to lean on my other pitchers and not have to throw full games at a time, that changes everything, especially when you get through the endurance of going through a whole season.
Got a pretty experienced catcher back there too. That makes it easy with new pitchers coming in?
Yes, I like to say we've got 2 of the best catchers in the GSC and in the country, so makes it a lot easier as a pitcher.
Power was a big part of as far as at the plate version of last year's team. Is that still going to be around, or does the offense change a little bit?
Oh yeah, we've got one of our biggest power hitters coming back, Jessie Bond. She's hitting stronger than ever. We've got a super strong freshman hitter coming in. We've got a lot more power, I think so.
You guys will test yourself early, obviously, with the Gulf Shores tournament, but Barry coming in here for the opener.
Yes.
Always good to kind of find out early where you are before you get in it, because the GSC comes up quickly.
It does. It comes up faster than you'd think it does. So being able to play a bunch of teams like this, like we do in Gulf Shores, I think that's a great way to prepare for GSC.
Coach, what's the expectation for this team? You mentioned 2019. I know you want to set the goals really high. That team made it to the College World Series. But yeah, when you write things on the board, your goal board for the team, what does that look like?
I mean, our #1 goal this year when we talked about illusion of choice is we're going to the national championship. And so I think where we're at and what we can do with this team, that's ultimately our goal, and we're going to work every single day for the steps to make it there.
January 31st, the first game, Barry coming here for a doubleheader, then they're into that Gulf Shores tournament, and then it just picks up. It's like a snowball rolling downhill, just collecting things. Coach, good luck to you this season. Go Argos.com, check out their schedule, take a look at that roster, follow them across social media, download the Argo Armada app. Why not, right? You got it in your phone, I got it on mine. We'll see you soon, and as always, go Argos.